and grow auto jobs. And we've talked quite a bit throughout the state of Ohio about all the great plans we have for protecting auto jobs here.
You're not going to answer it, are you?
Great seeing you.
Great seeing you. Here's a very simple question about yourself. Would you have supported this policy? Yes, it is great seeing you. What happened to him? Then there is the ongoing controversy this week, of course, over Republican Congressman Todd Akin of Missouri and his remarks in the past few days that rape cannot cause pregnancy. That has turned into a political nightmare for a whole bunch of conservative politicians who have co-sponsored legislation with Todd Akin about rape and pregnancy, or who at least share his political beliefs that if a woman does get pregnant when she's raped, the government should force her to give birth against her will. So one of the politicians who's kind of in trouble over the Akin thing is the Republican candidate for Senate in Washington state. His name is Michael Baumgartner, and he earned his place in our child's treasury of politicians refusing to answer very simple questions about themselves and their records when a local Seattle reporter interviewed him about whether he really did agree with Todd Akin that rape victims should be forced by the government to give birth against their will. Asked about that policy position, which is in fact his policy position, a Washington Republican Senate candidate Mike Baumgartner's response was this, and I quote, "Go F yourself." That's what he said to the reporter, except he did not say F. Mr. Baumgartner actually put it in print. He put it in an email. My favorite part of this entry in our child's treasury is the reporter's response to getting that email from the Senate candidate. The reporter's response was, quote, question mark, "Is this really Senator Baumgartner?" Yes, it was. But he does not want to answer any questions about how much he is like Todd Akin on that policy. And of course, neither does the brand new star of our child's treasury of politicians refusing to answer very simple questions about themselves and their records. And that, of course, would be the guy with the dog-eared page. Yeah, the Republican vice presidential candidate, Paul Ryan. The Todd Akin controversy this week has earned Paul Ryan a special place in the child's treasury because of a local interview that Paul Ryan just gave to a CBS reporter in Pittsburgh. Now, Paul Ryan, as you know, has the exact same position as Todd Akin when it comes to abortion, when it comes to pregnancy and rape, and how much sway the government has over your decisions in those matters. Both men think that rape victims should be forced by the government to bear their rapist child against their will. But when Paul Ryan was asked about that position by this local reporter in Pittsburgh, he did everything he could to not answer for his own positions. It was amazing.
His statements were outrageous, over the pale. I don't know anybody who would agree with that. Rape is rape, period, end of story.
Ryan, like Romney, distanced himself from Akin's remarks. But in Congress, he joined Akin in opposing abortions, even when a woman has been raped.
Should abortions be available to women who are raped?
Well, look, I'm proud of my pro-life record, and I stand by my pro-life record in Congress. It's something I'm proud of. But Mitt Romney is the top of the ticket, and Mitt Romney will be president, and he will set the policy of the Romney administration.
You sponsored legislation that has the language forcible rape. What is forcible rape?
Rape is rape. Rape is rape, period, end of story.
So that forcible rape language meant nothing to you at the time?
Rape is rape, and there's no splitting hairs.
Rape is rape, and there's no splitting hairs. The problem for Paul Ryan is that he has been splitting hairs legally on what rape is. His entire career he's been doing that. Paul Ryan co-sponsored a bill last year with Todd Akin to redefine rape in federal law. It was H.R. 3, the third bill introduced by the Republican majority when they took control of the House in 2010. That bill initially tried to redefine what rape is. It created a new category that they called forcible rape. Why do you need that new category? You need that new category to distinguish that kind of rape from other kinds of rape, to single out a subclass of rape that would allow you to still make a decision on your own pregnancy, while victims of other subtypes of rape would not get that privilege in Paul Ryan's America. Paul Ryan was an original co-sponsor of the bill to redefine rape, to make it harder on rape victims who wanted to get an abortion. As our own Kelly O'Donnell reported today, Paul Ryan also attempted to redefine rape a year earlier, offering another piece of legislation that allowed for abortion in limited circumstances, quote, unless the pregnancy is the result of an act of forcible rape or incest. You know, the real kind of rape, not that fake kind of rape. That doesn't qualify. But now, when Paul Ryan is asked about his own record on this, his own record to redefine what rape is,
You sponsored legislation that has the language forcible rape. What is forcible rape,
Rape
as
is
opposed
rape. Rape is rape, period. End of story.